Friedrich Charles from France.
A few months ago, we reported on a quartet of European college students studying in the United States. They won scholarships in an essay contest sponsored by the Honeywell Corporation. The contest challenges the students to be brilliant and to write about life 25 years in the future. Honeywell invited our David George to the Netherlands to help judge the 1993 Futurist competition finals. Here's his report from behind the scenes in what one top Honeywell executive called the search for the brightest minds of European youth.
There was a dandy parade just a few miles away, but 23 of the brightest minds of European youth missed it. On the day of one of the Netherlands' grandest pageants, the Queen's annual trek to open Parliament in The Hague, Honeywell Futurist competition finalists fidgeted away the hours in a beachfront hotel, nervously awaiting the chance to defend their essays before an international panel of judges.
Maybe if they'll interrupt you or something.
Competition director Stephen Becker led them one by one up the long hall toward what could prove to be one of the most important interviews of their lives. Becker bucked them up on the way in, and half an hour later let them down easy on the way out.
Okay, good job.
Thanks, bye.
The judges were a mixed bag of academics, businessmen, and journalists. I took my seat between an Italian engineer, Professor Santi Bordoni, and Professor Wolfgang Kubat, a German aeronautical scientist. Across the room, Honeywell's Becker was flanked by London-based editor John Browning. There was Shell Oil's Piet Aben, Spanish geologist Carmina Virgili, and the chairman, Honeywell's Hans Nolden.
So, when are we going to start in another minute?
We spent nearly 12 hours over the course of 2 days interviewing the young authors of essays on everything from information technology and virtual reality to topics like the Kondratiev wave and the relationship between technology and philosophy. Honeywell, which calls itself the world's leading maker of controls for homes and industry, announced the winners during a 5-star awards dinner at a 19th century castle called Old Wassenaar.
Wassenaar is a place for politicians, ambassadors from foreign countries and from local environment. This is a very expensive environment, and we will have to sell an awful lot of controls to Verily in order to pay for this.
There were 4 prizes, 4 full one-year scholarships to any U.S. university. The winners' names came in alphabetical order.
And the student's name is Josep de Francisco from Spain.
De Francisco's essay was about smart materials, virtual reality, and the information revolution. A real test of mankind's intelligence, he said, will be what shape the planet's in 25 years. The second winner, a Slovenian studying in Austria, also wrote about technology and the future of Europe.
And his name is Macias Gorocek from Austria and from Slovenia.
For bringing Europe together, we need development in 3 directions of technology: transportation, communication, and energy. And if we got together all the brains from East and West, we can make it. We can make Europe to be unified. That's the role of the technology.
Was this a hard decision for the judges?
Very hard, because every one of the students are very good, but we try to have the best. I'm very happy for the 4 winners.
The next announced winner was one of the youngest competitors, a 20-year-old who wrote about what it might be like in 25 years, looking back on the 1993 Futurist competition.
A letter from 2018 by Giuseppe D'Antonio from Italy.
Like the others, D'Antonio wrote about technology, but he wants to study economics. He says people interest him more than machines.
So that is why I am interested in economics, because it gets more closer to the people, as instead technology doesn't go so far.
The final winner was another young man barely out of his teens.
The 20-year-old Margo Matsina from Estonia.
Matsina is what in sports would be called a walk-on. The Futurist competition wasn't even promoted in his country. He entered anyway and won, with a philosophical discourse on the inadequacies of science and of mankind's need to rekindle a sense of revelation. Like Matsina says has been missing from our lives since the Renaissance. What now for Margot Matsina?
I think I like to study there something about linguistics. That is my area, and maybe about philosophy.
The Estonian winners' table mates could hardly contain their enthusiasm. Everyone, it seems, loves a winner.
And they say there are no losers here tonight, but only winners.
Mm-hmm.
Are there? Really?
For me, not really, no. There are only maybe people who would have liked to win one year in the United States, but we already won before. So I'm not in the way of thinking I'm a loser.
Winners, please.
Over 1,800 students entered the 1993 competition.
Okay, look at me, please. That's one.
The first contest 8 years ago drew only about 200 applications.
Yes, we have more applications, we have more essays, but at the same time the quality is better and better.
They're all incredibly bright kids.
Kids who suddenly have to decide what to do next.
This is what I would recommend. Not to interrupt the study here, go to America, go back and finish. No, finish here and make an additional degree in America.
Honeywell says the next Futurist competition will be held in 1995. In Scheveningen, the Netherlands, David George, CNN, Future Watch.
No word yet on which universities the 1993 winners will attend. And that is the last word from us today. I'm Donna Kelly. Thanks for being with us on Future Watch. If you'd like to order a transcript of Future Watch, send $5 to Journal Graphics, 1535 Grant Street, Denver, Colorado, zip code 80203, or call 303-831-9000.
Saturday in the semifinals of the